Welcome back to the First Watch, everyone. I am super excited to welcome you to episode 2 of our new campaign. We have got a lot of fun stuff ahead of us today after the explosive ending to last time's episode. But let's do some introductions. I'm Andrew Coons. I'm the Dungeon Master for our adventures, and I'm going to pop it to someone who's new to us this game, although not in the past with the show, but just in this campaign. Joe.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe, and I'm playing. Wait, do I say who I'm playing? No, I'm just Joe.
Not yet. No.
Yeah, I'm Joe. I'm not playing anybody. I'm just here to watch. Yeah,
Our first watcher.
Any kind of introduction or just?
I mean, let the people know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram mostly at JoeFrankDP. And that's about it.
All right, throw it to somebody.
Oh yeah, so let's go to Cheryl.
That's me. Hi, I'm Cheryl. You can find me online as the Roving Naturalist, and you can also find me and more TRPG content on Nature Check. And I'm playing Parai. Next, I'll throw it to Blake.
Let me unmute myself first. Hey everybody, I am Blake. You can find me on the internet on Twitter at Blake C. Francis. If you search my name, you can find me some indie poetry magazines too, because I do that sometimes as well. So yeah, looking forward to getting it on now with this wonderful group of people. Next, I'm going to throw it to Dana.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Dana. You can find me on Twitter at A Bit Meddlesome, and I'm playing Artemis Valor. So I'll pass it to Casey.
Yo, what's up, guys? I am Casey. You can find me on I am playing Aranis, first of all. That's important. You can find me on the internet, on Twitter at KC McNeil, spelled just KC, and then on Instagram at _KC McNeil. And I am going to popcorn it to Shannon.
That's me. Hello, everybody. I am Shannon. My nerd home is Paradise Productions. You can find me online at S4E2 on all social media. And tonight I will be playing, or whenever you're watching this, I will be playing Miss Daisy Mae, our wonderful reason for the explosive ending of last episode. So yeah, I'm going to throw it over to Darby.
Hello, it's me. My name is Darby. I am playing Peony. Your artificer, definitely the only an artificer through and through. You can find me on the internet as Chaotic Darby. That's Chaotic Darby on Twitch and Twitter. And yeah, I do things.
Like eat really hot peanuts on Twitch live.
You know, you gotta remind me.
Yep.
Of that. Suffering and pain.
But for a good cause. For a really good cause.
Charity.
All right. Well, let's see that intro sequence, and then we'll get right into tonight's episode of The First Watch. The coastal city of Fluross in the kingdom of Alson is where we find ourselves in the start of this story. Coming to the city for various purposes were two separate groups. From the south, coming up from Grispin Hills, a group of 3 adventurers, Artemis, Aranis and Grokus, who had previously worked together to free a small mining town from the clutches of bandits that had been extorting it, and have since spent some time there working together, forming a bond, and for reasons we'll find out more soon probably, have made their way up here to Fluross. From the other direction, from the west, coming in from the capital city of Excessa, we met 2 of 3 other folks, Pry, the tiefling, and Peony, the halfling, who had met on the road, along with another traveling companion who we've not met yet, who was off conducting business during our game last time, both in-game and IRL. And so through a series of happenstance meetings and then some working together to help the Aranis's performance take full effect in a tavern, the group, the 5 of you, kind of came together and realized you had some synergy, and perhaps in the short time that you might be in the same area could help each other out and be of use. It's always better to have a group to run with. As you were making your way around the town, around the city, more like it, there was a sudden explosion. You chased down the alleyways towards it, and eventually found yourselves in an alleyway in the lower section of the city, and there was a second explosion, and then careening out of the alleyway came Daisy Mae, a human woman who quickly merged with your group, saying that she was in danger and needed help, and was escorted in the other direction by you until you looked over your shoulder and saw 2 other figures emerging from the smoke chasing Daisy Mae. The decision was made to try to interface with them and stop them, which led to a series of things and people ducking into alleys and a brief skirmish and combat happening. The end result being that the 2 assailants, some sort of gang members that knew Daisy Mae and had it out for her, were left beaten and bruised in the alleyway, and you all quickly made your way to a safe house. Not much of anything, just an old abandoned warehouse that Daisy Mae would kind of camp out in, where you all hunkered down. This is about noontime in the day right now, and you all are passing a bottle of wine around and starting to catch your breath from the skirmish that you just found yourselves in. But before we get to any of what happens there, we find ourselves back up on the second level of the city, where a young, well-dressed, for his station, Earth Genasi makes his way with a cart of goods through the streets, kind of checking houses and businesses and against a piece of paper and looking for the right address. Joe, would you describe your character for us, please? What do folks see if they see your character?
Yes. So Malachite is like Andrew said, an Earth Genasi. So he's got gray skin that's, if you look at it really closely, is kind of like granite, kind of sparkly almost. And he's got this like frozen gray hair that just doesn't look like it moves at all. And he's dressed pretty nicely, a little bit traveled, worn, his clothes, a lot of like earth tones and things, and he's got a pair of goggles, just like kind of goofy looking goggles on the top of his head. Looks like a pretty young guy, and yeah, he's just driving this wagon trying to find this address.
As you kind of look up and down, you eventually do find the address of what is known as the Artificers Guild outpost here. It's not a full-sized guild hall. The Artificers have a full-sized guild in the capital city of Excessa. Out here in Fluross, it's more of a way station where parts can be exchanged. There hasn't been a full expansion into, a full guild yet. And as such, there's only a couple people who man this station. There's not a lot of staff members here in Fluross either, even though there might be other artificers to be found. But nevertheless, it is kind of a narrow but long building that stretches kind of back a couple alleyways with a little door that's probably in between a halfling and human comfort height for the door, so a little awkwardly small for you. But there is a sign up top that is inlaid and very well crafted, as such would be by people who take craftsmanship so seriously. That says the Artificers Guild of Fluross.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna park the cart and walk up to the door and either see if it's open or knock on it or whatever. So.
Do you try the handle first?
Yeah, I'll see if it's open.
Yeah, it clicks and swings open a little bit.
I'm gonna swing it open and then kind of knock. Yeah,
Okay,
hello?
so doing the polite knock
Yeah,
before entering. You rap on the door frame, and as you look inside, it's very dimly lit inside, and as is pretty common with any sort of workshop type of area, it's very haphazardly crowded inside. There are things piled upon piles. It almost has a bit of a hoarder's house kind of look to it, except a trained eye would know by looking. It's incredibly well organized, and there are certainly walking paths and whatnot through things. But you just hear a voice from the back as you knock and call out that just says, 1 second, 1 second. And then there's little like kind of things getting jostled and moved from the back. And all of a sudden you kind of see, and you only see the tip of a cap at first, kind of poking up over piles of things. But it kind of winds its way in and out of the stacks and piles of things until finally rounding the corner is a deep gnome, or a Svirfneblin, who is wearing kind of a tall conical hat that's flopped over just a little bit, and that's what you saw bobbing. But as a deep gnome, he's got very dark gray skin, kind of a larger bulbous nose, and just kind of like heavy set and kind of a little bit grumpy looking. And he's wearing a pair of spectacles that seem to have some extra lenses on them that you can flip over in front. He's wearing very nice clothes, even though they are kind of smudged and stained with oil and other greases. And he is holding a book, and he kind of goes, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Do I recognize him?
Make a history check. See whether you've met this guy before.
That is a 19.
A 19. You don't recognize him by face. However, you were told that the person that you have to meet is named Dinsbeer Gold, and he's kind of the head of the Artificers outpost here in Fluross, and you think this is probably him.
Are you Dinsbeer Gold?
Yeah, that's right, son. Are you from Mixessa?
Yes, sir, Malachite.
Don't care about your
Reach
name.
out, mate.
Here,
Okay,
sign this, and unload everything off on the left side of the building.
Okay. Can do.
Waits impatiently for you to sign the book.
Oh, yeah. I'll sign it. Yeah.
Take it back and turns and just disappears into the
Cool.
stacks.
Have a good one. I'm going to go outside and do that.
Okay. What you have to unload is a large wagon full of lenses, various sizes, ranging from small pieces like what would have been used in the spectacles that he had, all the way to a couple larger ones that you're not 100% certain of the use. They could be for a large spyglass. Some of them are, arms wrap around in diameter, and so you're not sure exactly what they're for. It's heavy work and takes some time to unload everything, but you eventually do get it all done, and you're a little sweaty by the end and whatnot.
Cool.
Point of order, you've not been paid yet.
Good to know. So I'm going to go back in, knock on the door again.
You just hear, "What?"
Yeah, about that payment.
Right. See the little hat tip bobbing around. And finally he comes out and he's got this like leather sleeve that looks sort of like our equivalent of like a quarter sleeve, but a little bit bigger and longer. And he brings out and he kind of pops the top and unrolls it a little bit. And you see inside there 50 gold pieces. And he clasps it back up and hands it over. He's like, "Right, thank you. I have no further notice to send back to the guild, so be on your way and If you need anything professionally, you know where we are.
Cool. Yeah, I was curious. Like, what's the artificer scene around here like?
You've seen it.
This is it.
This is the only official outpost. I'm sure there's people who fancy themselves as artificers out there in the slums and the everything, but
But
This
you're
is
the
it.
best, I take it.
I'm the only. That how it's the official, and he kind of points. There's this little pin that's pinned onto his thing, and it's like a little gear with some little iconography to it. It's like, I'm the only official one in town.
Yeah. Cool. Well, good talk.
Right? Turns around, kind of grumps off into the back.
And I'm gonna head out.
As you're heading out and you're counting your gold pieces, making sure everything's there, and you know that you're supposed to head down to the Golden Sail and meet up with your companions, Pry and Peony, which is on the lower level, and it's a tavern that's down there near the beach, which Peony was very excited to go see, and so that's why you had all decided to head down that direction and meet up there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking that way.
Okay. You walk that way, bringing the cart with you because you have to stable the horses somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you go for about 10 minutes and are winding your way around. All of a sudden, you just hear this loud explosion sound. It catches you, and you look down a little bit, and you just see down in the lower level a little bit of smoke rising from between a couple of buildings.
And this is how, in relation to where I know I'm going.
Hard to tell. You don't actually, like, from your vantage point, it's not like you see the Golden Sail here and see the explosion here. You just see some sort of smoke coming from down the lower level of the city.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna like head that way towards what just happened, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
But also kind of keeping in mind where I need to get to.
Okay. Your curiosity piqued. You begin to head down. Still kind of the same path, but eventually veering off a little bit more to the east. Or actually to the south to look at what the explosion was.
I mean, I'm guessing this is not something that I would see very often, just a huge explosion in the middle of the city.
No, I mean, stuff happens. And you grew up in Excessa, the capital city, which is much bigger than this. And
Sure.
You've seen a thing or two happen there. But it's, it's interesting. And it certainly was loud enough to catch your attention amongst all the hustle and bustle of Fluross.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head that way.
Okay. As Malachite winds his way down, our camera flies over and down into kind of the lower level through alleyways and eventually back to the warehouse, where our other 6 companions are sitting inside, passing around a bottle of wine, and I believe the term was basically laying low, waiting for things to blow over, if I'm remembering correctly. So, what are you all doing as you kind of hide out here?
Rogus is kind of sleeping and kind of snores himself awake. So how long are we going to wait here, or are we going to leave anytime soon?
Oh yeah, we'll leave in about an hour or so. Just wanted to give him the slip.
I mean, I feel like we heard him enough to what we did to them probably gave him the slip. I mean,
Sure.
they seem pretty. Are there more after you than just
Potentially. So they could have made it back to wherever they go back to and sent some others out who haven't been beaten up. But we should be fine.
I may have something for this. I'm gonna take out just this little bag of like inlaid sticks, just like a whole bunch of inlaid like gem-encrusted sticks. I'm gonna cast augury, and just seeing if it's gonna be a good idea as to when she's telling us we're gonna leave. So I'm gonna kind of roll that.
Okay, let me look up the specifics of the spell. Here.
Is that the one where it gives you like wheel or woe?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Good choice.
Enor gives us Wheeler Woe. Okay, this
Right.
is all Enor. So
Of course.
Except in this version, it's always balance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's always wheel and woe.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit of both. Okay, so what is the question specifically that you pray to Enor?
Well, I'm praying to Enor if we left right now or in the next, I guess we left in the next, because I think it's for the next 30 minutes. So I'll say like a wait until like 30 minutes till. If we leave the next 30 minutes, will there be any danger? Like how would that go? So would it be wise to leave in that 30 minutes? Like if that's going to lead to something good or, maybe not so good.
Okay. You put up this prayer and you rub the sticks between your palms and then cast them onto the ground. And you all watch the sticks kind of tumble, and then they land. And there's 4 sticks that you've got that you throw. And they land, and it's very uncanny because 2 of them land parallel to each other, and the other 2 land on top, parallel to each other, perfectly in a grid, in a beautiful display of balance.
Yes. Well,
That was fancy.
What does that mean? Is that good?
obviously, this is a good thing. I mean, it's balanced. So, honestly, I mean, how is balance not a good thing? This is on like we are good to go. Thank you, Enor. Thank you. We are good to go. I mean, he kind of just leaves and there's just look at that balance. Just look at it.
Uranus is going to take a long swig of wine.
Just like
Yeah.
Balance that. I'll make sure. Okay, no, not too much. You're gonna,
not be
Oh, no,
balanced.
I'm perfectly balanced right now. I'm in a good place.
Uranus, pass the bottle, please.
Hands it right over.
Guess when we do finally go out, they should get another one, huh?
Just one.
Yeah, 'cause one isn't enough.
Maybe more than one.
A few,
Yeah.
several.
Well,
Something
How
lighter,
you define it.
perhaps.
I can take y'all somewhere if you're looking for some more drinks. I have a place that I like to go to. If you're interested.
Down for that always.
Yes.
Oh,
but
yes.
I think. But aren't we looking for someone? I think you guys came with someone else.
Yes. There's more of you?
Just one. But we left him to run an errand, and we went to where we were supposed to meet him, but we are not there anymore, so...
Oh.
So I assume you want to go collect him?
We probably should. Peony?
I mean,
Can
you
we
saw
just-
the sticks. This is going to be. It's a good. We can go. I mean, you saw the way they landed.
Can Peony determine any meaning out of these sticks? Like,
Yeah. Roll a religion check, Peony.
oh yeah, she's real. She's
Oh,
real
boy.
good at
One
those.
incoming.
Only go well.
Where'd I put all my d20s? Oh, they're right there. Oh, you rolled a natural 20 earlier, so let's use you.
Come on.
That's
None of
how
that's
Trial
math
right.
happens. Yeah, that is how statistics
18, baby!
Oh,
What am I?
hey.
Oh, God!
18. Okay. They're very balanced, and that seems to be what Grokus's whole thing is. So that's cool. You aren't, I mean, even with an 18, you're not a religious person. And so you don't
Not
have
yet.
context
Not yet.
to like put any meaning into this. However, just based off the little bit that you've picked up from him, it's very weird that they would land in this way. You actually pick up and inspect the sticks real quick and make sure they're not like weighted or magnetic or something like that. And they just seem like normal sticks.
I'm kidding. She would not.
Do you need
She
help
would not
there?
bite it. She'd probably just kind of like. Oh wait, I have a stick right here. So just.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take these back. They were a little expensive, Looks at the bite mark, just like, well. I mean,
What could they have cost? Like what? 500 gold? More or less?
Yeah,
Not-
sticks.
There's
yes, but as you can see, they're
they're
special
magic
kind
sticks.
of gen. Well, not magic. I mean, I guess the magic of Anor, but that's something different. But no, as you can see, there's kind of some gems laid into it. So, yeah. But they're
So-
not weighted. I saw you checking them. They're not weighted though.
So before we go, can we know what we should be on the lookout for, Daisy Mae, who we're trying to avoid? Just so.
Well, I mean, y'all just did save my life, so I suppose I should come clean a little bit. All right. Truth is, I was running an errand for Tasser, you know, the baker I said I knew, which I do. I wasn't lying about that. And on my way back from running that errand, I saw some people beating up on another person in an alleyway, and that didn't sit right with me. So I stepped in. They didn't like that because I helped their quarry there get away. And then they came and found me later, and because I intervened, kind of work for them now. I'm looking into separating. It's not really working out. But so far, have not been successful. We need to just look out for anybody that's got some hash marks tattooed on them. Those are people we should probably steer clear of.
Good to know. And what caused the explosion?
Well, we were on a job and the job went wrong.
More details, please.
All right, I'll take out my gun.
Whoa!
I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you. I'm not pointing at anybody.
So you pull off the scroll case.
The
That's on
scroll
your back.
case. Yep, my scroll case.
And she undoes the top of it, and as she dumps the contents out, you all see this kind of like long tube, like thick tubular metal mechanism with some levers on it, and then a bit of wood, kind of almost like a crossbow stock coming off of the back. Probably is about 2 feet long, and very, very beefy.
That's the weirdest scroll I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't quite know how it all works just yet, and I was trying to use it, and it backfired. So that's what caused the explosion.
Yes.
Is this something Peony might be a little familiar with? Just given her background.
Go ahead and roll a
Artificer's check.
an artificer's check, basically. Roll a history check for what you would have seen and remembered from your times.
While we're asking questions about things we've seen, did we notice tattoos like what Daisy Mae described on the two people that we just fought?
See, you had some time with them. Yeah, I would say now that you remember, or now that you have a description, what you remember, you didn't cast one on the half-orc, but on the woman with the short black hair, it was like kind of like on her neck, just like low on her neck, and what you saw were two black kind of tattooed hash marks, and then a third one that was kind of set down a little bit. So it's like two perfect parallel ones, and then one that's just a little bit lower.
Aronis, lad, could you maybe put that onto yourself, that marking?
Oh.
Is that possible for... Because I know sometimes you can...
I can minor illusion it.
Peony, what'd you get on your history check?
16.
16? Okay. With a 16, you've seen... What you don't recognize the device entirely. What you do recognize is the inner workings, the lever mechanics and everything, and you can see very quickly that this is dwarven make, and that there are similar types of mechanisms that you've seen on in various scales in the mines that you've explored out in the Axenhead Woods.
Peony probably, while examining it, probably checked down the barrel for a second, and then when realizing what it was, very quickly pointed it not in her face.
And I would say that as everybody has a moment to look and kind of decipher on this, I mean, cannons exist on ships in this world, so it's not a far stretch to jump and go, okay, it's some sort of small hand cannon.
Cannon.
But I recognize it's But I recognize it's dwarvish make. I mean, I know I haven't really seen too much about it, but would I?
Especially with Peony kind of pointing some things out, yeah, you would for sure start to key into details that are, and there's even like in some of the metal on the tube portion, there's some light etched runes.
Daisy, Daisy Mae, where did you find this? Did you?
I was doing a little just scrapping. I was just looking around.
Can you? I mean, this is dwarvish make, right? I mean, do you know where? I mean,
That's interesting.
Can I roll an insight check? was a Yaga?
I'm not lying. No.
Oh, balls.
Let's see
Well,
if
that
Peony
one's
realizes
gone
that.
forever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
12?
12? I mean, yeah, as best you can tell, like, she's not lying. She's not trying to hide anything.
Ugh.
sorry, I don't mean to be so forward about it. It's just that seeing things of dwarvish make kind of, I guess you can say interesting to me. So, if you do find out where you found it, I would really appreciate it.
Actually, now that I think about it, and you reminded me that it's dwarvish, I actually did find it down in the mines that are being excavated right now. I was just looking for some things, girls on her own, gotta make things to survive, and came across this beauty. And like I said, I haven't quite figured out how to use it entirely, but it's got me out of some sticky situations.
Maybe I can do the runes in there say anything about how it functions? Like, could I read some off? Be like, is there anything?
The directions.
This way, pull trigger.
Do not put in face.
Do not
Caution
stick finger in here.
You look at them and you don't, they're not instructions on how to use the item. It's fairly common, like you would see these and know that they were more decorative runes. They do have meaning, but they're almost like words of power, but that don't actually hold magical ability, like, strength, fortitude, good luck, things like that you would kind of etch in almost as a design, but all runes have meaning. Yeah.
Should we head out? Are we good on,
Put the
The
gun
heat?
back in the scroll case and sling it over my back again.
Can you? I guess. Are you okay with doing maybe the minor illusion? Because in case we do run in, I mean,
Yeah. I can handle that.
we've had some practice.
Is there
Doing things like this before.
Is there an organization name?
There is, but I need the DM to remind me what it's called.
God.
Is it three blades?
Three blades?
Three blades.
Hatchet.
Yeah.
Ah, I was right.
Okay.
You got
Three
it, you got
blades.
it.
Yep.
Three blades.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the three blades. So if you hear whispers of it or see that tattoo mark, just maybe let me know and we can duck out.
Cool. Do you have
But-
anything that can disguise you with more? I mean, because as if they don't recognize,
It's very
Nah.
don't
true.
worry about it.
I also realize this is a lot, and y'all just met me today, and I was the one who forced my way into your group, so I don't want to get y'all mixed up in this. If I can deal with this on my own, it's really
Well, I mean,
okay.
it's kind of too late for that. I mean, I kind of taught one of them balance, so it's.
We tend to get mixed up in stuff when Grokus is around.
Yes.
So
All right. All right. If it becomes too much at any time, you let me know. No hard feelings.
But also, you said that you were trying to extricate yourself from the group on your own, and you had not been having luck yet. So perhaps we will be your luck,
Or balance.
Very true.
or both. Both.
I'd be forever grateful, but I'm not expecting anything.
all right, well,
Is Stick said that it was safe. So can we go find our friend now?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We're gonna try to maybe change up. I mean, do you have any? Does anyone have an extra cloak or something that maybe Daisy Mae can don just for the moment, just so?
Do you want to wear this again?
Sure, it was very comfortable.
You can either have the red side out, or if you would like to be less noticeable, you can put the black side out.
Probably better go with the less noticeable. But thank you. Pry, was it?
Yes.
Thank you, Pry.
Couple points of order here real quick. First off, just a quick note on minor illusion and the way that can work. Minor illusioning something onto your skin and getting it to follow you as you go along is not necessarily how the spell is going to work. It can create an object that exists in a place. So if you were standing still and just wanted to, like, you know, have that on there, that'd be fine. But as you start to move and interact, it's gonna like pass in and out and whatnot.
Okay.
And the other thing, just as a note for the viewers, a little thing that we slipped on last episode, is that Petal, Peony's Drake companion, does not actually have the ability to fly yet. So that will come, but we'll just say that instead of hovering around in the air, she was skittering from rooftop to rooftop. So just a point of order for going forward.
Can I use a disguise kit to make a fake tattoo?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
We're good.
And that will not require you to continually cast something either.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go ahead and roll a disguise kit check. So this is going to be your proficiency bonus, I believe, plus, I think it's Dex.
Okay.
Are you trying to like use this as like to make people think that you're part of it? Because I wouldn't suggest that.
Oh, cool.
That was gonna be a backup plan if it came to it, but
I mean, everybody in the
it's a
Three
bad
Blades,
plan.
they know each other. I don't think
Oh.
they're gonna know you.
Oh no.
I mean, it's a very, very cool plan, but I just don't want you putting yourself in more danger than you need to.
It's okay. You can just say it was a terrible idea. It's okay. I mean,
I mean, I can just,
I mean,
I can just draw it in the dirt if you want.
yeah, but we don't have to do it if that won't work.
It's up to you. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I mean, I don't want to put myself in any unnecessary danger, so
I figured.
apparently I do enough for the group anyway. So
They all know each other? That is like, it can be a very big club then, huh?
They know of each other. They're not all best friends, but they know every face in the organization. So
well,
they'd be able to spot an imposter real quick.
well, maybe not, because Uranus is actually pretty skilled at even more just tattoos. So I'm just
I
saying.
could just cast disguise self. And did I get a good look at the people we were fighting at all?
For sure, yeah. You have a good enough look, especially, again, considering you had time of interrogating them, where you could choose either one of them to disguise self into.
Yeah, I could do that. So we have options if it comes to it.
Right. Let's go find your friend.
Yes.
All right.
Tally ho.
Tally ho. What is the plan for finding the friend?
Are we gonna meet? I thought we were gonna meet at the place you were supposed to
Back
meet
to the
them
Golden
at. I
Spell.
thought, yeah, I thought we're going back to the.
I mean,
Golden Sail? Is that
yeah, because we didn't know exactly where he was going. We know we left him on the second shelf and then we came down here. So yeah, okay. Then yeah, I guess the Golden Sail is the first place to check.
Did you guys tell him he was supposed to meet you, or is there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan was to get lodging there, I think.
Right.
All
The
right.
coupon. Yeah.
With the coupon. You all start heading your way back to the Golden Sail. Malachite, you have made your way down to the lower level and kind of in the direction. And in the time that you've been walking, another explosion has gone off. And now you can, I mean, as you're walking by or driving your car by, people have stopped and are looking and talking to each other and trying to figure out what's going on. You see a couple townsguard that are kind of rushing, along the roads headed that direction to see what's what. Are you still heading towards all the explosions? Oh, you're muted, bud.
At this point, can I tell? Are they? Sorry, is the explosion a completely different direction than the Golden Sail, or?
So as you get down farther and you ask around real quick for where the golden sail is and are given directions, yes, they are in opposite directions. The golden sail is more on the what would be the north side of the lower level, and the explosions are coming from more south.
Okay. But people are not too far away from me, seem to be like noticing, and so it must not be that far away.
As in,
right? Like,
oh, as in the explosions
the
themselves.
explosion, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a handful of blocks away, but you're getting closer for sure.
Okay. Well, I think since another one went off, I mean, I think I'm gonna go that direction.
Okay. You head that direction, and as you kind of drive your cart along and kind of come up to that area, you get to a place where a small crowd has formed. And there's a handful of towns guard there, and then just various townspeople who are kind of looking and wondering what's going on. There's business owners who have kind of stepped out and wondering what all the ruckus is outside their place of business. People who have thrown open their their second story windows and kind of peering out and looking. As you get a little bit closer, you begin to pick up on, first, you would actually be able to see mouths moving and be able to see what people are saying. But then you start to hear as well, Townsguard just kind of holding people back, cautiously, be like, stay back, everybody. We're not sure exactly what's happened. There's been a small explosion of some sorts. We're going to get it sorted out. Everybody, please, disperse, head back to your homes. Nothing to see.
Well, is everybody pretty much dispersing?
Oh, no. People are kind of,
okay.
Looking and they'll kind of back up a little bit from the guard, but then just kind of curl and find another place to stand where they can look a little more and whatnot.
So I see the guards, I see all these people. What am I seeing beyond that? Because I am a little higher up. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you look and kind of try to crane your neck up around and everything, I mean, you see rubble that is kind of all blasted out in one direction. There's a couple broken windows along the opposite side where little rocks have hit and whatnot. But other than that, I would say go ahead and make a perception check to see if you catch any other details.
7.
7. Unfortunately, you're not catching anything else that would be a clue as to why the explosion happened. And it's tough because you can tell that things kind of go around a corner and whatnot, but that's where the towns guard are, and that's where the crowd is, so it's hard to kind of get an angle or kind of get back there.
Okay. I'm still on my cart, just to be clear. So I'm gonna kind of sit there for a second, and I'm gonna pull out a little bug and release it. And it is my I don't know exactly how you say this, homunculus servant.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's a little dragonfly, like a little mechanical dragonfly, and it takes off. And I'm gonna send it to go see what's going on.
Okay. What can you see through it? Can it communicate to you? Does it just look and then report back? How does that work?
That isn't. I don't think I can see through it. I think it is basically like I can have it go look for things, or go and then come back.
Sure.
Let me just.
It obeys commands. It's friendly to you and your companions. Otherwise, it kind of just does things you tell it to. It's intelligent enough to obey things and understand things. You can also cast spells through it as long as it's within 120 feet from you.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna send it off, and I guess I need to talk to it, so I'll just be like, hey, go see what's going on. Come back and tell me what you see. And then just it flits off.
It kind of zzz in response to you, and then up and begins to bob and weave through things. Make a perception check with its stats.
Yeah. Come on. 12.
A 12? Okay. not horrible. It kind of buzzes up and around and whatnot, and you see it disappear behind the alleyway, and then keeps buzzing. And then eventually you hear zzz as it kind of comes around and kind of comes back and lands right in your palm.
Oh, I don't know if it can actually talk.
It can't speak.
Okay. Well, that was dumb. It was a cool idea, but yeah, I guess I can't. It says it understands languages,
It
but
understands, and it
wouldn't be able
probably
to
saw things,
communicate.
but it doesn't currently have a way to.
Could it technically
Communicate.
buzz
Bounce your
like once?
wings.
Could it
Yeah.
buzz once? For like a
I mean, if it
buzz
can
for-
understand that, so I'll be like, all right, you know the drill. One buzz, yes. Two buzzes, no. Did you see anything? Could you tell what was going on?
Zzz.
Is it something that I should take a look at?
Silent on that one.
Okay. How about this? Is it anybody I know?
Zzz,
Did you
zzz.
see anybody I know?
2 buzzes.
Okay. Were there any like? Did you see anybody hurt or anything like that?
Zzz.
You did see people hurt. Okay. A lot of people?
Zzz, zzz.
Interesting. Well, has anything changed with the crowd or the guards or anything since
Not really. I mean, people are, people who have nothing better to do right now are just hanging out. They're starting to have like a lot of conversations with each other. More people have come. The guards are starting to get a little frustrated. Like they're like, people, please, come on. This is no.
Well, I'm going to put the dragonfly away, and I'm going to turn the cart around and head towards the golden sail.
Okay. The rest of you make your way back to the Golden Sail, and upon opening the door, as soon as Uranus is seen, everybody's like, "Hey!" And super happy to see you again after your performance earlier that day. But
Deep
you
house deeply.
you can find a booth or rent rooms. What's the plan here?
We have coupons for rooms, right?
You do, yep.
Sleepover part 2, electric. Boogaloo. One big room.
Well, wait, but is your friend here? Is he?
Oh,
Is he in here yet?
You look around and do not see Malachite. No.
nope.
Can I do a check to see if I see anybody with the tattoo?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a smart. That's
Yeah, can I look around and see if I recognize anybody?
Yep. You can either give advantage or make your own.
You can have advantage.
That's great because my roll was a nat 1. What is that?
With a nat 1, you would have gone up to someone and been like, "You're a member of the Three Blades," and they're like, "No, I'm not."
No, no. How dare you suggest
course.
such a thing?
What was your second
course
one?
it was.
Didn't do it again.
That's
You didn't-
crazy.
you
That's
didn't
so
do it again.
crazy because
Yes.
I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh
Well, we already know what happens.
Well,
It's you!
no! Well,
Everyone in here is a three blade. Uranus is so paranoid right
I
now.
mean,
He's like eyeing
here's the thing.
everybody.
here's what happens. You start looking around, and there's a lot of tattoos in a place like this, and everybody's got one, and you're starting to like have that thing where like you're kind of going blurry-eyed with like, oh, that could be one kind of woven into that guy's sleeve. That could be one, but oh no, that's just lettering. And a couple people start kind of like giving you looks back because you're staring for a long time. Like,
Uranus? I
Hey,
don't know.
Brokus
Is it
causes trouble.
different?
Do we see them staring?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
He's just looking for inspiration for his next song. Don't worry
Oh.
about it.
this older halfling
like,
who's got
look
kind
at
of
my
like
dad.
like mutton chops, and they're like white,
Oh, no.
and he's got a like lots of scarring on his face, kind of just grizzled. He's kind of looking at you like, and you say that about inspiration. Goes, oh well. I've seen a thing or two, young man. I could tell you some stories if you'd like.
He's one of them.
What are you?
One of who?
Yeah, what do you mean? What a who?
Amused.
This is a
amused.
nice gentleman.
And she's like looking at Uranus like, amused.
You're gonna put me in a song?
Absolutely, yes.
hmm
I'd like that. Thank you.
Uranus's eye is just twitching.
See,
So
look, he's
freak the fuck
thinking
out right
really
now.
hard right now
And I'm
to
like,
think
so-
of this song.
I'm sure. Have you heard of Enor?
I don't do much for the gods. Sorry.
So.
Say a prayer to Borodor when the storms are bad, but other than that, you know, they don't talk to me. I don't talk to them.
Or maybe you just, yeah, you might not be listening, but yeah, that's fine. But if you change your mind, though, you know, something, I'll be here for a little bit, so you just let me know. It'd be a fun discussion.
Probably wouldn't be. Thank you.
I'm gonna go get a drink, and Uranus is gonna like sneak through the people. And if he catches eyes with somebody, he's gonna like flinch at them, like. I know all of you are in on it.
And people are very confused because you're like the folks who have been here for a few hours, like they were there, like they saw you perform and they're like, oh hi, I like this guy. You're like, oh hi, and then you start like kind of stepping at them, and they're like, what'd I do?
He's very in character, like a method actor.
Exactly. He's an artist.
Yes.
An artiste.
Yes.
These artist types, they're just they're different than, you know.
Yeah. They're super
The moods kind of just inflect all over the place.
exactly, but it's all in the mind. They're all smart. That's how the banger before.
Ah. All right, well, whatever. No skin off my nose. Goes back to his drink.
Yeah, Uranus is gonna get a drink and like go to a corner and just sit and watch.
Oh.
Do nat ones. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, do not know what sometimes the dice gods speak.
Yeah.
Just means there's 2 nat 20s coming your way, my friend.
That's true.
Exactly.
Gotta keep that balance.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Now Cheryl's eyes twitching.
It's just a little PTSD. It's fine.
So you all kind of gather drinks and find a place to sit and are kind of commiserating here. And then Malachite, you find your way to the Golden Sail, which is a place that looks like it may have once have been, you know, fairly nice. And there is this kind of big yellow sail that's strung up as kind of the sign of sorts. But it's kind of fallen in disrepair. You know, colors that were bright once are very faded. Nevertheless, you do hear, you know, people inside and people kind of coming and going. And this is where you said you would meet your friends.
Cool. So I'm gonna take care of the cart and horses and all that jazz. I don't know what that looks like exactly, or if we need to get into that.
There's a
but-
place to tie them up, and there's no stable hand out kind of working outside, so you imagine you have to talk to whoever owns the place, but there is a place to kind of park and tie up the horses.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, head inside and see if I see anybody.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in and immediately see Pry and Peony sitting with a group of folks over in the corner of the room.
You hear gross for 30 time. Is this the person? Like everyone that's come in, he's just like,
Oh, yes, this time it is. Yes.
I like to think at first you go, no, it's not him. Go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, yes.
Who would have known? 16th time it's a charm.
Yeah, so I head over to the table there.
Hello.
We have like 6 bottles of wine. In
Yes.
front of us.
Looks like you guys have been having fun.
You could say that. I was your errand.
Great. Yeah. Got paid.
Good.
It was good.
Does 3 blades mean anything to you?
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Yes.
Kind of enough.
3 blades.
I'm just checking.
That's
Never
it.
mind. It's fine. We definitely did not get into trouble while you were gone.
Wait, probably, but we did.
Oh.
Well, nothing that little bounce and sort out. So nice to meet you, Grokus, Darkbringer.
Oh.
Hey, Malachite, good to meet you. Who are all these other people?
They're our new best friends.
We met them. They came into the tavern and basically immediately performed, and then we saved this person in the street, and now we are back.
I'm around.
Wow, you did all that while I was up at the Artificers Guild?
Also, we ate 5 pounds of baked goods.
Yes.
Scones are my favorite.
And they're
Did you
actually
save some for
They were
delicious?
delicious. They were,
I don't know. I look in my bag. Are there any pastries left?
I don't know,
Probably
are
not
there?
after the warehouse sleepover. I imagine there's like she like upends it. And there's like crumbs coming out. Like,
Grokus looks like guilty, just like no, I don't know. I mean,
we can get some out.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll get some. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Kettles like has a mouthful of like a croissant and it just swallows it.
it was the last one.
Well, sounds like you guys have been up to a lot. What happened?
trollmakers that needed some balance in their lives that we had to show them.
We got caught up because Grokus wanted to talk about balance. We were helping
Enor.
Daisy Mae here.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure.
Shot a
And
person.
I guess Enor. Yeah.
You've heard of Enor, correct? I mean,
yeah, the god, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank
Oh,
you.
good.
I've heard of him.
Thank you.
Oh.
I've heard you've heard.
Don't
quite a
know him
few-
personally, but I've heard.
We,
of him.
we all do. In time, we all will get to know him personally. So that's just give it time, lad.
Cool.
Was it a threat or a promise?
Yes.
I mean, depending on where you balance, depending on where you are, it could be
Either way.
a little bit.
So pretty much we were headed to a shrine and heard an explosion and helped out Daisy Mae and possibly pissed off some people. Not possibly, we kind of did piss off some people. Nice to meet you. Glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
In this mess now.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that explosion too. I was trying to see what was going on over there, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
Couldn't
sorry.
find out anything.
That was me. My bad.
Mm.
You did the explosion? You made it? What happened? What?
Sure did. I just pat my scroll case.
Is that when it backfired? You said.
What,
I mean,
you cast fireball or what?
No, I'm not magical. My personality might be magical, but
It is.
I'm not. Well, thank you. I got my. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but yeah,
Something that makes explosions?
maybe
gun.
something in
It's
Dwarvish.
a gun. It's a gun.
Maybe gun in Dwarvish. I'll say that as possible name.
A Hannon, as they're called. Yeah.
You know how to use it?
Nope.
Don't
Can I-
put
can I,
don't
explosion.
put the
Well-
whole end towards your face. That
Can I see it?
That much I do know. That I knew right away.
Can I see it?
Maybe not.
Not here, but I'd gladly show you somewhere.
even knows
Need an
what
open
gun
carry
is in
license
here.
for that.
It's not something I want to be parading around.
Well, maybe we can get a room.
Fair enough.
We can get a room.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
if we
I don't trust anybody down here, so
if we get all of our coupons and we just get one big room, we keep just giving a coupon for every night
Yes.
that we stay in it,
I
and then we
don't-
all stay in one
I
big
look off
room.
it. I mean, if you,
I don't know if
Cost
they will have.
efficiency.
is there a
One
room
big
limit? I
room.
mean,
Huh.
that would have to be a really big room.
It would.
I mean, I'm small.
I'm
Who's
okay
in
with
charge
sleeping
in this
on the
place?
floor.
You can just put me on the ceiling or
It's
something.
the Triton bartender.
Right. The one whose brother Uranus insulted last
Yes.
time.
But the bartender was okay with it though.
Bartender's like, you're not wrong, but
Oh
also
my
that's my brother.
god.
Watch yourself.
How much do I owe him for the bottles of wine that we bought?
For the bottles, how nice of a bottle did you want to get?
I think we got like sort of averagey, but a lot of them. So,
Okay, I mean, in
yeah.
a place like this, average is pretty bad for what you're used to.
Then I would have gotten better.
Okay,
Peony would have
It's like
taken
the
bottom
low
swell.
average.
so their good wine is like barely palatable to you.
Oh my god.
But it does the trick. And yeah, for like 5-6 bottles.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say 6 bottles.
Yeah.
They cost $1 a piece.
Okay. So I will bring 10 gold up to pay for all of those and ask him. We have these coupons. So you do rooms, yes?
The hell are those?
We got some at the gate to the city.
God, it's above and below. He takes them and looks at me and goes, Silvercloak better make good on these. Okay, yeah, sure. 50% off your room for the first night. Great. How many rooms do you want?
Well, that is what we wanted to know. What kind of rooms do you have?
I got rooms on the left and rooms on the right.
Good room.
Looks like a
Left is
room. I think a
we
room.
should
I
do
think a
left.
room.
Is there like a big one, or are they all like single person rooms?
I think there's one honeymoon suite in the back.
There we go. Yes.
That sounds really
Yes.
sweet.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
I
the
don't know
one.
why you'd make a moon out of honey, but that sounds cool.
That's it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting me know. And I give him the 10 gold, and I'll go back to the table and say,
Are you tipping the extra gold, or are you using the 4 gold to pay for a room?
no, that was a tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
He takes it. He's like, yeah, thanks.
Okay, so he is trying to be funny, but they have one larger room, honeymoon suite, and then regular rooms. So if you actually want to do a sleepover, I guess we could go for the bigger room, or everybody could just do their own thing.
Sleep over.
Thank you for honey. I mean,
over.
it's our honeymoon, right? I mean, we've just met, so I mean, I figure that means,
Is that how that works?
it is now.
Not at all.
Oh,
That's going to be the largest room here.
Look, I mean, you guys all seem really cool, but
Wow.
You
it's
know
been a
what?
while since I slept in a bed.
So cool. It'd be so fun. You
Yeah.
can show your cute little friend.
Hey,
I can
it
show
is-
my cute little friend.
Oh my
Look,
goodness.
look at this nice table down here, and we got a bar. We can
Uh-huh.
hang out down here, talk as late as you guys want.
But we
and then
all
we
are
can
welcome
just go
in.
sleep in a bed.
But we have a log though. It's okay.
You're all welcome
You
to stay
ever
with me
what?
too.
We have a log, so it's okay.
Could we
It's
just
the
go
best
stay with
log
Daisy?
you've ever slept on. Trust me, okay? It's the best log you've ever slept on.
Logs
Yeah.
are very good to sleep on.
What?
Artemis, back me up on this. Come
no,
on, this.
absolutely. Yeah. It'll
There-
safeguard us if somebody tries to break
Sneak
in,
up on us.
perhaps.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
It's okay.
Beach, get out of here with those jokes.
same.
I guess I better branch out and
Yep.
find something else to pun
Oh my
about. I can't stick around for long with those kind of jokes. Yeah, I better leave.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That was one after the other.
Dude,
Well
that's
done.
My brain
His
can't even like
soul
keep.
left.
I think it's still
Well done.
processing and like catching
Yeah.
up to everything that just
I
happened.
can't even.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the loading.
I'm beach balling.
Yeah.
We'll get to the
in
root
the
of the
midst
problem
in the
soon.
midst of this
Oh my God.
conversation, Daisy Mae,
Uh-oh.
you're hearing people talk about it, and then there's one voice that all of a sudden cuts through everything, as if it was someone speaking right in your ear, and it makes you start and look left and right, and no one with that voice is here, but you just hear a deep male voice just say, Daisy Mae, what have you gotten yourself into, child? You need to come home. Right now. If you come home right now, things will be as good as they can be. You don't want to find out what happens otherwise.
And she's the only one that can hear this.
I just curse under my breath after looking around like wildly. Shit.
What is
Is everything okay?
Yeah,
me,
yeah, no, sorry, I dropped something. It's fine.
Make a history check for me.
Me?
Yeah.
And we do insights on that. Everything's
I was
fine.
gonna say that.
Definitely lying on that one.
I mean,
History.
Our new bestie is lying to us.
18.
rude.
18. It's not a voice that is immediately recognizable to you.
Really?
As you sit there and think, though, you remember hearing it one other time. There was a time early on in your work with Gormer where she had you come back to a building with a black door deep in the corner of the lower level. And had you come inside but wait outside an interior door in a hallway. And it was a little different then because it was muffled between the door, but you remember her talking with someone. And that sounds like that voice.
I got a 16 on that insight check.
11.
23.
What was just looking on the ground to see what's dropped? So what were you looking for? What
I
was
rolled
dropped?
a 3
Cool.
for deception. So,
Sweet.
yeah, I'm lying my ass off.
You are wearing my cloak. That means the rule is you must tell us the truth. Truth.
It's a
That
truth-telling
works.
cloak.
Them's the rules.
You
Yeah.
didn't drop anything?
Really?
Put that down.
It's a cloak of telling truth.
Or, you know, I'm just afraid if I tell you, you're all just gonna up and leave, which I'm fine with. But
I mean, we
just-
fought with
We
you
just
for you. I
fought
mean, I
somebody
think at
for
this
you.
point,
Yes.
unless you did something obviously needs to balance out. I think we're okay. So
You're our new BFFFFF.
What are all the
We
extra
dealt with
F's
some stuff.
for?
Yeah.
forever. I don't know. Are you sure you want to know?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Completely. Like those notes at like passing between kids. You want to be my boyfriend? Yes, absolutely.
Check,
absolutely.
All right, just lean in a little closer, just in
Okay,
case there
yes.
is anybody. So that organization I was just telling you about, the Three Blades, I just heard the leader's voice in my head telling me to come home.
Oh,
let's go. Let's go talk. Okay. you
No,
know
no,
what? Yes.
no.
Okay.
No, I don't want that. First
I'm
of all, that's
sure-
not my home. Second of all, I don't want to.
But I'm sure if we
Who's
go
the
talk to him,
leader?
we can make sure he understands that you're not a part of this anymore. So we
Does
just
that
need to go
mean-
talk to him sternly, and then
Grokus is the dad, like,
Yeah.
well, we talked to Billy, we
I
can
don't know
work
if
it
that one's
out.
gonna
Use
work.
your words.
Nah, trust me,
Does-
these people are not ones to be reasoned with.
does that mean they
Oh.
know where you are?
Do I know has that voice been in my head before?
No.
Okay.
As you describe this, Artemis, would you make an Arcana check for me real quick?
come on, at 20.
23.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so Artemis, as she's describing this real quick, you being the most attuned with arcane spells, and having done a lot of study and reading, would immediately recognize, oh, it's probably some sort of sending spell that allows, as long as they know who the person is, they can send a message directly to them. They don't need to know where they are, but they just need to have seen them or have a good description of them or whatnot.
Okay.
I don't think so, but I'm not magical.
Artemis, I
Do
mean,
I have a
you.
name?
Do you have a name?
Uh,
Any-
I do, but
What is it?
You're sure you want to know?
I mean,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
There's no going back after I tell you this name.
That's
We
fine because we're
beat
gonna go
up
talk
two
to him.
people.
So
Going back
We're,
already.
we're not going to talk to him, first of all. No, that's not happening. And if it is
Okay, we
happening,
will.
I'm going by myself.
Debatable.
Great Brew. His name is
Great-
Great Brew.
great brew.
Brobat, Great Brew.
Is that the first name?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait.
You know him.
Robat?
This is
Oh.
perfect.
That's
we need
the
to.
Pokemon.
No.
You know who
had
that
me
is?
with Brobat.
Yeah, with someone we need to talk to. So this is perfect. This
What
is
do you need to talk to him for?
oh, a
Forest
lot.
Shadow.
We messed up a little bit of his business. and
Are you
risked
working
it.
for him too?
No.
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 Never.
How did you get out of that one? I messed up his
Well-
business and I got mixed up in all this.
Let's just say
There's
some of
nobody
his
left
members
to-
needed balance, so when they found it.
You and this balance.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do
So,
you need to talk to him about?
Just some answers and just nothing bad.
He's not really one for giving answers so much as asking questions.
We'll
He
see
has
when
a
we
bad
meet him.
us.
I think we can make him talk.
Y'all are serious. Have you ever met this guy? Do you know how dangerous he is?
No, but we killed his lackey. Cartwright.
That's why it's a lackey.
Hmm.
He has
That's
people
fair.
do his dirty work for him.
Well, then he could not
And-
be that great,
And
huh?
he wrote the note in Dwarvish, right? Because the note that we found was like,
Yep. It was written in Dwarvish.
I'm just gonna lean over to Peony. Do you understand any of what's going on right now?
Nope.
There's elevator
Yes,
music
the
in
wrong
there.
person.
That's what's playing in Peony's head right now. Just that little tune. She's just sitting there like, uh-huh.
I mean, Daisy, like, you have a problem with them. We have a problem with this person. We need to, like, all the adults that we are, just go and talk, you know?
I'm sorry. I think I know them a little better than you do, and they're not ones to be talked to. I mean, I guess we could try, but I don't think we should all go in at once.
I mean,
We're a very big group.
I can
Just
talk
out
to him
of
first.
out of curiosity, what are you guys trying to accomplish here? Why do you want to talk to these people?
Well, he caused a lot of strife from where we're from. Caused a lot of pain, something that didn't need to happen. He upset the balance of the whole town, and if one person has a power to do that, then something needs to be checked. So
He's just got some things he has to answer for.
Fair enough.
Say I didn't warn you. Do you
Like
want
I
to go
said,
right now, or do you want to wait till later when
gonna
it's
we'll
darker and
rest.
creepy things happen?
it's bedtime. It's like 8 p.m. It's time for. It's way
Oh,
too late.
boy.
This is time to go to bed.
Oh,
It's
boy.
like
What
4:30.
are you like?
It feels like 8 p.m.
When you
It feels
five
like
or
8
something,
p.m.
you're acting like so old.
DM, how much familiarity do I have with like the structure of an organization like this one sounds like?
Oh, interesting.
Are you from a crime family?
Oh, man.
A rogue from a crime family?
Yeah, I
Or
had
to be
to- I had to
replaced.
right there. It's like-
So, Pry, everything
Actually-
that you would know would be theoretical, based on reading. So, it's the theme of the game tonight. I'm gonna need you to roll a history check.
Whoa. I can do
Oh,
I
that.
and
swear
that
we
20
roll other things here
Use the
at the
big
first
one.
watch.
Such a satisfying sound. 16.
16. Okay. Not intimately familiar, but the general idea here is that when you have some sort of crime family or gang or whatnot, there's a person at the top, and then they have their lieutenants, and then those people are the ones who kind of usually have like areas assigned to them or districts, and then they kind of recruit their own, thugs or whatnot in order to run things for them on a ground level. I would say that the other thing that you would know is that like an organization like this could just be kind of shaking down townspeople, but probably has its fingers in a little bit more than just that.
Yeah.
Now, what specifically you're going to need to investigate, but it's pretty common that there are fronts and there
Yeah.
are, politics in play and things like that.
So I understand your zeal, but this is probably a web. So perhaps we should continue your example and take out lackeys one by one, and that would weaken this person, and then eventually the whole thing topples. So a little slower than this walking in and talking, but also probably more survivable.
But I mean, if we know where the spider is, it does make sense, but...
I mean, he just proved that he has magic, yes? So...
That's
Yeah.
true.
He just talked to me in my head. Pretty sure he's magic.
Daisy, have they been working on mines? Has that been a big thing for...
DM.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the excavation the excavation of the dwarven mines here in Fluross are a fairly new endeavor. But what you would know, Daisy Mae, is that obviously you found your cannon down there, your hand cannon down there. There are officially sanctioned kind of people who go in and do the excavations. You can sign up to be a day laborer to go in and be mining things out. So far, what you know is you've heard that they've found some silver veins and whatnot, so it's still profitable. But where you found it was from splitting off from one of these excavation groups and kind of going down into some unofficial areas down there.
Yeah, they have their hands in everything. So, if you really want to go and squash the spider.
Oh, hey, and he wanted to talk to me anyways. I think,
Why?
because I'm a dwarf. Because I guess, probably talk about Enter, but I think it's because I'm a dwarf too. It could have been either or. If I remember correctly, I think they were going to use me to take me to him. I think, correct, you guys?
Sure.
I think that was the case.
Yeah, for the benefit of any audience members who haven't seen our prequel Showdown to Grispin Hills, once the lackey of Great Brew found out that there was a full-blooded dwarf in the town, that was part of their ultimatum, that everybody else should leave town, but the dwarf was going to come with them back to meet the big boss. But go watch the show to see what happens.
Yeah.
Plug. So he already wants to meet me. So we already have when we're ready. But I get it though. I'm pretty sure right. We should balance would dictate going through it at a more. But whenever we're ready, he does want an audience with me. So.
And stop me if this sounds not good. You and I can go in together. There's no use putting everybody else in harm's way, and see if we can have a civilized conversation. And maybe everybody else, you can go look for some of these lackeys. I can tell you what they look like. But I don't know if it's a good idea to split up.
But I like that though. Because that way, if less people there, because sometimes balance can be a little dangerous, so that might be. I'd be okay with that if.
I can go in with you guys. I can be invisible or disguise myself as one of them.
Absolutely.
So it's not just the two of you.
I'm
or
not.
I can go invisible or have somebody else go invisible and disguise myself. And then most of us could get in.
I can also disguise myself for whatever it's worth.
So that maybe the angle here is I'm bringing some new recruits.
Ooh.
We could do that.
Soften whatever's waiting for me back there, because I can tell you it's not going to be pretty.
You can see you capture me. I played a prison before. I did pretty good, so you know.
Very effective. Yeah.
Brokis is that person who's like, I did community theater when I was
Before going to cleric school, I
Excellent. Excellent.
the second
The nativity
understudy
play?
to Romeo and Romeo and Juliet.
You say?
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Can I ask a stupid question?
No such thing.
What is your aim with going to talk to him? Like, what do you want?
Me?
or
Everyone.
well,
I'm trying to sweet talk my way out of it.
Out of the club.
Yeah, I don't think, well, at least whatever consequences waiting over there. Definitely not the club. That's a couple of weeks down the road, I think.
Okay.
I personally, I Daisy Mae, that's honestly, I think that's the right thing to do. Help Daisy Mae find her balance. But honestly, a little selfishly, I do want to, for whatever reason, they're kind of connected to dwarves, or at least dwarfish minds and this dwarf's nature. And then the note they left behind wasn't dwarvish, so if it was anything to do with my people or what happened, I do want to find, I guess, get balance in myself with that. So try to reckon what happened with all of my people too. So I'm not going to lie and say that there's nothing personal in it for me, but
Oh, that is fine. I'm just wondering, what happens when he doesn't let you walk back out after you are finished talking?
Him
Huh?
with the cannon?
I just look at my hammer and like, well, I mean, I've been in a few fights before, so I'll go down and swing it at least. So
I mean, if I'm bringing in 6 new recruits, I think he's gonna, maybe, if we're lucky, maybe we can form our own little group, our little, we're a subgroup of the Three Blades. Maybe we're the little daggers
Balancers.
or something. I don't know.
that's good too. Yes.
Warblades. We could do 2 lines and then 2 lines across.
Oh,
And it'd be
like the
like-
sticks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the sticks.
Balancers.
And thus
Yes.
the hashtag was born in our song.
Hashtag. We're gonna pound that into their brains.
Amazing.
Oh my
I think
god.
we could break
We're
him
looking
out.
pretty sharp.
If they lock him up, we can just go invisible and break him out. I think I can do that.
I know my
hope.
way around that place too, so I can help with that. Assuming they don't also lock me up for, deserting a mission.
Oh, the sticks. Can you do that again and ask the sticks if this is a
Yes.
stupid idea?
Yes. I can tomorrow. I'm kind of. It's
Oh.
late. I mean, I know someone said it's 4:30, but it feels like it's 8 p.m. So
That's still early.
I'm tired.
What time do you go to bed?
I mean, like everyone. I mean, I stay up pretty late. Sometimes when it gets
8:30?
dark.
Are you
9
like
o'clock is
really
not late
old?
for
Like
kids.
50?
Not old. I just sometimes rest is important for balance. So I can't tomorrow. Okay, I just need a little rest, and I can.
He's
we can
older
use
than
that.
50.
Oh,
Older than 50? Are you okay? Does it hurt?
I mean, sometimes my back, but honestly, ever since I've been traveling with Artemis, I've been walking more, so I'm a lot more mobile now. I don't pull my back as often, so
So we're gonna wait till tomorrow then to go.
Yeah, rest up.
It's probably a good idea. And you see, Daisy Mae looks a little like, oh, this is longer than I should be waiting to go check in, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I can. It's okay. I mean, I know I need sleep, but I'm definitely. If we want to go now, we can. I mean, rest can. If this is important, we can definitely go now.
Let's put it to a vote. I think that's the fair way to determine this. All in favor of going tonight? Well,
mean-
that settles it.
But no, but no. But if you, I don't want to. But if you feel like you need to, though, then I'm not. Then I'm still going. I'm down to go.
I
with me.
raised my hand, didn't I?
I'll get a little.
It'd be nice to get one of my spell slots back.
And get rid of this bruise on my ribs. And also, maybe some more information about this person. Again, we know he can cast a spell, but what other spells can he cast? And who else is in there with him? Or what else is in there with him? You said they were going into the mines, and earlier you were all talking with Peony about crazy monster things in the mines.
Well,
So
not crazy monster things. Just things made from. Maybe
Yeah, they're made
doors
from
that were-
metal. and
the
they could
drawings look
kill
like
you if
monsters to
you're-
me.
Yeah,
I mean-
they could kill you if you're not careful, but it's like super easy to not
Yeah.
get hurt by them if you're like
It's not.
sneaky.
I'm
and
sure my people had a good
smart.
reason for making them. So
I did not say there was not a good reason for monsters, just that
I
he
mean,
might have monsters in there with him.
sounds a little harsh. I mean, they're just contraptions.
No,
Is a
those
better
are the
word. I mean,
constructs is
Yes.
the
thank you.
official
Constructs.
term?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you're speaking
What?
my language.
Oh,
Wait, were we not
along-
speaking common before?
Oh, Peony.
Along with that, would you know where to get parts or anything, Malachite?
Parts for what?
A contract.
Just parts.
just
Yeah,
For
for
a
construct.
Parts for a
Kidneys.
construct?
For a construct, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Parts.
Body.
Uh,
you know.
what do you?
Body parts.
What was the piece called again? I
It was a damn, yes. What's
I don't remember what I wrote down for that.
an old
It was
man,
very
I don't remember.
complicated. It was like a corkscrew titanium plated gear shaft thingy majigger.
Yes, that.
So
I'm gonna say it backwards.
you guys wait. So you have a construct?
Well, yes,
We-
I kind of.
Not with us, but
Know where one is that could be very helpful in a pinch.
Okay.
We even learned a spell from it.
True.
You,
we
you
did.
learned a spell from the construct?
Yes.
What
With
spell?
With inscribed inside. It's a
Oh.
whole thing.
What
Wow.
was the spell? That's cool.
I mean, I might be able to get parts to fix it, but it's hard to know without seeing what needs to be fixed.
Well, would you maybe after we get done with this, would you mind coming with us, maybe to and look at it? I mean, if you're good with that kind of thing, that'd be.
I'd be happy to take a look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good to know. Keep that in mind. So I guess we're resting before we go.
To the honeymoon suite, everybody.
Yes. What are the sleeping arrangements? Is everybody trying to pack into a room? Are we getting
Yes!
separate rooms?
We could do 2 truths and a lie to find out more information about Crobat, and we
Roll
can-
bad.
Real bad.
That's
Please
what
don't
I
sue us, the Pokemon Company.
said.
Thank you. Yes, Cheryl found the name. It is the 1,000-tooth titanium plated corkscrew gear drive.
That was it.
Yeah.
It's like
That's the part
100%.
you're looking for.
That's the part.
the titanium screw.
That's all one part. Yes.
The
Yeah.
Oh. And you guys, they know that that's what they need.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
We stopped by a little stop by and asked the clerk if.
There was an instruction manual you found
Yeah.
in the mine. It's like, here's all the parts. All right. So what's our sleeping arrangements here?
I'll take the floor.
Log. We only use the log that we have.
We're cramming into one room.
Yeah.
Honeymoon suite.
Sure.
Honeymoon suite it
We're
is.
at our
Let's have a
honeymoon.
honeymoon.
Yes.
I mean,
honey-
y'all go in first, and if there's not room, I'll just go back to the warehouse. No
No,
problem.
no.
I mean,
You
I'm
will stay with us
ordained.
for
And if
safety.
anyone does want to get married, I'm technically, learning from Enor. I can actually, get people to. So if anyone,
Why would you just show
You
that
mean
out there
marry
like
you
that?
or you marry?
I can marry people. So if
I mean,
anyone,
yeah, I could marry people too, but I don't think that's special. I think everyone's capable of getting married.
Oh.
I mean,
All right, so when you pay and get the honeymoon suite, you walk in and it's a little anticlimactic because the honeymoon suite apparently just means that there is a double wide bed rather than a single wide cot, and there is maybe like another 5 foot, like 5 square feet of room.
No hot tub.
There's no rose,
no
rose
hot
petals?
tub.
No rose
No,
It's a
no,
petals?
no,
honeymoon
hot tub.
suite. How's it hot tub?
Where-
How high
the
is the
rose
bed?
petals.
How high is
The
the
bed
bed
better be
lifted off the
heart-shaped.
ground?
I
there
don't-
enough-
Yeah.
Look,
Is there enough
it's not my
room to roll
establishment.
under?
Talk to Trench.
Where's the manager?
Trench. That is a great name.
That is
That
a
is,
great
um,
name.
Yes, by the way, the
Green.
bartender's name who you learn throughout this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
Trench.
Trench. Love.
Is there
Solid.
enough room under the bed for Peony to like
my
roll
goodness.
under and sleep under it?
Make a dex check.
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Peony gets
I
stuck
am
under
ready.
there.
Oh my goodness.
I get to ignore ones.
I was robbed of that moment.
Net one's gonna go.
Cool. Dex check.
Yep.
That'll be an 18.
18? Okay. You
80.
kind of wiggle your way underneath there and it's like right in your face. Like there's no but you can get out.
Not until
Yes,
Grokus
like
gets on the
being
bed.
home.
Grokus is heavy, so I don't know what these springs are. So that's.
I was
He's
gonna say
in a
Locust.
log.
Peony
Grokus in a log.
comes out the
He's
next
going-
morning, nose is like broken, and she's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
All right. Is anybody getting their own room? I guess is the better way to ask this. Nope. Cool. All right.
Together
So,
for safety.
everybody
Safety in numbers.
How much
everybody
does the
crams
honeymoon
in.
suite cost with our coupon?
With your coupon, it costs a gold.
Okay.
Man.
If we
I
get
got
both
that.
coupons, does it? If we get 2 coupons,
No,
we get
Trent,
it
at
free.
that point, Trench is like, look, don't push me. Look,
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Pushing
One
you. This is a
gold.
piece of paper.
And I didn't authorize this. This is the stupid Chamber of Commerce nonsense that they're doing for tourists.
Okay.
Like you don't get a kickback?
I'm supposed to, but who's to tell whether or not it's actually going to work?
Wait, is it obvious we're tourists? As Grokus always look at tourists. It's like,
He looks at you. He looks at you with the
He's got a
most
camera hanging from
befuddled, like,
Peony pulls a branch out of her hair, like scratches
Thank you
her
for the
back.
all right. So,
Oh, can we get more wine?
for the sake of
to the honeymoon set.
Oh god.
anything
We
you
need
all
some
want to do
food.
before you sleep for the night.
No, but I want to make sure I get up early to do something early in the morning.
Okay, we'll get to
So,
that.
I almost immediately ask Daisy Mae to see the gun.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
Drake Young's
It's
business.
I'm gonna be honest, it's a little crowded in here, and since I don't know quite how to use this yet, I don't really want to bring it out. Maybe in a less
mean,
crowded room. Maybe
I know how to handle it. Like seriously,
you do. Can you show me?
yeah. Just let me see it.
All right.
Yeah.
I go out and stand in the hall.
Yeah,
And I crouch behind a chair.
yeah, you totally.
How
Yeah.
could this go
So
wrong?
I take it and just immediately like open the barrel to like see if it's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like check some things on it. Like I clearly know how to use this. I am proficient in firearms,
Yep.
so I
Well.
just kind of like
Makes you my new
Inspecting
best
This
friend.
is so
looking down the
Malachi. This
sight.
is
Whoa.
this is there are enough elements of this that are familiar to rudimentary firearms that you've seen some of the artificers beginning to build. Again, everything is based off of just, can we make a cannon smaller? Like that's the idea of the technology. What you're seeing here is the thing that stands out to you immediately is the size of shot that this thing puts out. It is not a small, what we would think of as like a musket ball or something like that. It is more of a large, almost like tiny bomb that would get jettisoned from this and then explode somewhere. And Daisy Mae, you do have a handful of ammunition pieces on you as well that you found down there. And that's kind of the thing that's kind of intriguing to you the most at first, is that like the size of caliber that this thing is putting off is pretty remarkable.
that is it's quite a side piece there.
It's kind of a back piece, but
Dwarves
Yeah.
make.
it's
Um,
Yeah.
So you don't know how to use it?
I mean, I can point and shoot, which I just don't know if there's anything special about it. I mean, I also may have hit a wrong button, which caused the explosion. So if there's anything on there that I shouldn't be touching, I'd like to know.
Did the explosion at least happen in the where you were pointing it at least?
On a misfire, it's more like the thing lands too close to everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then goes off.
So it didn't get quite as far as I'd hoped it was going to. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
if you've seen this, and I'll point to the horrible burn scar that's on my face and arm and neck. That's when I first found it. So it does some damage.
How often does that misfire?
When I'm not paying attention.
Oh, good.
You should pay attention.
I should. I'm kidding. I always pay attention when I have that out because it's big.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I could give you some pointers when we're not in a tiny room.
That would be excellent.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me look at it, though.
Sure. Thanks for teaching me how to use it.
I would actually say in this moment too, Malachi, you get the idea that if you spent enough time with this piece of machinery, there are small improvements that you could make to like the structural integrity and some of the mechanisms that might reduce the chance of a misfire happening.
Yeah. I'll just like offer that. I can tinker with it a little bit if you want that.
Sure, if you think it'll be safe. Not here, but if you think it'll be safe. Sure.
Yeah, not here, for sure.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, it might end up being useful in this whatever we're about to do. So
Yeah, I think so.
Especially speaking where they're going to speak to, so...
Yeah. Is it 8 now? Is it 8 p.m.? Is it time for bed?
Yes.
Oh boy.
See, I'm not the only one. Yes, it definitely is late.
Yeah, Aranis comes around from the chair he was hiding behind, and sits in it, and crosses his arms and closes his eyes.
Wait, Aranis, do you have the log? Which one of us have the log? I don't think I.
You have a
Oh
log?
yeah.
I don't think I have it.
Do I have it? I think I have it.
I think.
I have it.
I feel like I have it. Yeah. Can I just? How do I have it?
Yeah, so it's a small stick that you
Yeah.
speak a magical word to, the Elvish word for grow, and it into about a 2-foot wide log. And if you sleep with your head on it, there is a 80% chance that it wakes you up in case there is danger within 100 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, can I prop that behind my head?
Oh,
It looks really
That's
uncomfortable. But
Do you want a pillow?
you gonna hog it? Wow.
it's only 2 feet.
I mean,
Unless you want to be really close when we sleep.
okay, that's fine.
Spooning.
Oh my.
Yeah, Aranis is gonna put it on the bed.
On the bed?
And Aranis, yeah. That's where Grokus is sleeping.
Oh.
The bed just pushes a little more into Peony's face. She just turns her head to the side and she's like,
Yeah, and
think
Aranis
there's-
goes to sleep.
Is there something under the bed? I feel like there's something. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's me.
You just hear ow, 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 ow.
All right.
I'm under the bed, Grokus.
Oh, oops.
She'll just like push a finger up at the bed, just like push.
One by
Sorry.
one, you all drift off into
Oh shit, we didn't take one.
somewhat fitful or uncomfortable sleep, just with only the one bed to go between everybody. But yeah, middle of the night comes, and as you listen and feel like you've heard everybody's breathing kind of settle, Daisy Mae, your eyes pop open.
I knew it. Oh,
There we go.
oh, I knew it.
All right, I would like to try and sneak out and go check in with the boss.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
With a log. Oh, it's only danger, right?
Only danger.
I'm
Does
not trying to
Malachi-
hurt anybody.
Passive perception still.
You are asleep. You are
Damn it.
asleep.
Sleeping perception.
Right.
There's not a sleeping perception stat.
18.
Please tell me you left my coat before you left.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I covered you with it.
You peel yourself up off the floor and wait. And take the next step, move up, and then wait. And take your first step and wait. And can you tell that I've done this before? And slowly, bit by bit, move, grabbing your things, pausing each time to make sure that nobody's disturbed. Your hand finds the door. You muffle it with a little bit, with your hat actually, to help with the sound just a little bit. And then just ever so slightly pull the door open and slide through.
Right through. Put my hat on low.
You are out the door.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to carefully and cautiously make my way to that black door.
It's late here in Fluross, and the lighthouse is going out on the beach. The torch lights along the city streets are lit. Where your feet take you are to a darker place with only intermittent torchlights until finally it is the black door that you find yourself in front of. There's no one around. There's no one standing guard outside of it. It just stands there ominously in front of you.
I'm going to take a little narrative liberty here, if that's okay. And you can tell me if this is too metagamey, but could I have at some point been given that tattoo, and it's like on my shoulder or something where people can't see it? It's or somewhere where people can't see it, and only people with the tattoo can like slide through the door.
Like a magical barrier.
Yeah.
You kind of reach up behind you to your scalpel underneath your vest, where fresh ink has been put on your shoulder recently. The door is not a magical barrier. However, the tattoo that is put on does grant you passage when revealed.
Okay. So then I'll knock on the door.
It opens up a little bit. And you just see kind of it's a human man who has he's a little bit on the younger side and is missing one ear that you've seen around, but you don't know his name. He just kind of looks at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
Just turn around and show him the tattoo.
He kind of raises an eyebrow and throws the door open and welcomes you in.
Thank you.
It's a dark lit hallway, a long hallway with doors going off it on either side. And as the door closes behind you, he just goes, "So what are you looking for?"
Big guy called for me.
His eyebrow goes up again. I'll let him know. He disappears. He walks down quite a ways before finally coming to a door on the left. And
Am I
opening it and
supposed to follow
disappearing.
you?
And he turns and just says, "No."
All right, I'll just stay here then. By the door.
Just kind of keeps giving you looks every time you talk. Goes back in. There's a long moment while you wait, and you can hear things from various rooms. There are people here There's conversations being had, some a little louder than others, some, maybe card games being played, business being conducted, etc. And finally, the door opens back up, and a figure steps out into the hallway, kind of silhouetted by the torchlight that's behind them, all the way at the end of the hall. And then you get a flash of their face as a match is lit and a long, thin cigar. And slowly walking down towards you is Gormer. She slowly, boot by boot, comes down your direction. And then just stops near you, takes another drag. And you can see there are, kind of scrapes and cuts on her, some bandages. She looks pretty roughed up from the encounter earlier in the day. And she doesn't say anything. She just looks at you. And sets her jaw. She blows the smoke right in your face.
I hate when you do that. Can we just get on with it, please? We don't need any of this ceremonial, dramatic crap.
I'm trying to make a decision.
About what?
About what to do with you.
I'm here.
You
I
are.
was told to come, so I came here. That's got to count for something.
He'd be pissed off if I put a knife in your ribs right now, but he'd get over it.
I'd be pretty pissed too.
Come on. She turns around and leads you back down. The door that you finally come to is inconspicuous. It's the same as all the others. There's no special lettering or engraving or whatnot on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she throws the handle open, and inside you see what looks to be like a study. There's a fireplace and a table with a large chair. The chair is currently pointed towards the fireplace with its back towards you, and you can see a pair of boots that and legs that extend from the chair and are kicked up onto a small ottoman.
Daisy's terrified right now, but she is not showing it. If anybody could hear her heart beating, it is beating really fast, but she's not trying not to betray it on her face.
You just hear a voice that says, "We don't give second chances here, Daisy Mae."
But you're going to make an exception? Because I'm so sparkly and wonderful?
They don't give them, but they can be earned.
I'm listening.
These new friends of yours that you beat up on Gormer with.
To be honest, she deserved it.
She probably did. I want them gift wrapped, Daisy Mae. I want them here. I want them off their guard. I want them mine.
Why? You have people to do your bidding. You don't need more. If anything, that just causes more problems, having more people to deal with.
The boots come off the ottoman, and the figure stands and rounds, and he himself silhouetted by the firelight. You don't get a perfectly good look at his face, but you see a stocky, muscular man that stands 4.5 feet tall, a little taller than a halfling, a little shorter than a human, with large hair and a big beard. And you see him just crack his knuckles and then put his hands in his pockets and just kind of lean back casually. And he just says, "I have everything I need. This is something I want. I get what I want, Daisy Mae. Earned your second chance." And that's where we're going to end tonight.
I demand we
That's
play more.
Ah, Debbie,
That is unacceptable.
Man.
Let's go tell
Oh,
Ned.
Debbie
no.
killing me, dude.
Let's go talk
No.
to him. Let's not go talk to him.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
guys.
Oh.
Got a week to think about how I'm gonna pull that off.
I knew I
If
should
you
have
sneak
faked
back
being
into the
asleep.
room.
I knew I should have faked being asleep.
I knew we should have taken watches.
Too late.
The second we said we're all going to sleep, I'm like, shoot. Darn.
You notice
Well-
how he didn't even ask though? He was like, okay, and you're all asleep.
Right, yeah, he was like,
And-
I did
Yeah,
several
one,
chances to
two.
say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah, sure. That's what you
man,
want.
Right.
I want to play right now.
Mom!
It's not past your bedtime yet, is it?
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment on what the most shocking reveal to you was today, and we will look forward to seeing you back next time when everybody figures out what the heck to do here at The First Watch. Thanks, everyone. Bye.